Hello, so today I am back with a new video, and today I thought that I would do something a little bit more bold, dramatic, and colorful. It's literally just like a very teal with a very warm orange crease. If you guys are interested in learning how I created this look, please keep watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it if you just feel it in your soul to share it. So I hope that you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Bye.
Alright, so I'm starting off by moisturizing using my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizer. I'm going to follow by priming using my Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer. I love this primer, and I'm just focusing that on my T-zone and then just kind of spreading the excess outward. I'm going to color correct some of my discoloration using my NYX Green Concealer. I'm just doing like a light sweep over my cheeks where I have a lot of the different acne scars, and then around my nose I already placed some on my chin because I had these two giant pimples. Yeah, anyways, then I'm going to color correct the dark circles under my eyes using my Orange Concealer by MAC, and then I'm going to prime my eyelids using my NARS Radiant Cream Concealer. I'm going to take Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek using my MAC 224 brush. I'm going to buff this all throughout my crease pretty high up because I want the orange shades to peek through. This is going to be a nice transition shade for the other warm shades that will follow, so I'm just buffing that back and forth. Then I'm going to take the shade Chickadee by Makeup Geek. It's like a true yellow shade, and I'm placing that right on top, a little bit below, but still pretty high up because, again, I want that orange to peek through when I'm staring straight on. It's a really nice contrast against the teal. And I'm kind of winging all of these out towards the end of my eyebrows just to give the eye a more lifted look. I'm going to take the shade Morocco by Makeup Geek, which is a very true orange shade. I'm using the same MAC 224 brush, but I'm going to try to keep it a little bit more denser and below in the crease, not bringing this too high up, but still bringing it high up, if that makes sense. It's still going to be very blended, very blown out, but I'm going to try to keep it a little bit more precise, and I'm focusing this mainly on that top part of my crease, again, where I'm looking straight on so it peeks through. I'm going to take the same shade, but I'm going to use a more dense brush, my MAC 217, to place this more dense and so that it's more intense in the crease. So I'm just kind of stamping it again, winging that in that outer corner, and then I'm going to bring this up in the crease, again making sure that the color shows up more orange and more intense. Then I'm going to kind of soften everything up using my Sigma E40 blending brush just to make sure that there are no harsh edges. I'm going to take my Rimmel Scandal Eyes cream eyeshadow crayon in the shade Blamed Blue. I'm going to lightly do soft strokes all over my eyelid, keeping this just below the crease, and then I'm going to kind of blend everything through using my synthetic haired MAC 242 brush. This is going to help kind of smooth out the cream eyeshadow, so you want to make sure you use a synthetic haired brush. I'm meeting it right in the crease without going in the crease, so meeting it right up against the crease. You don't want to bring this in the crease because then it'll look like a black eye with the blues kind of mixing in. And then I'm going to soften up the edges using my MAC 221 with some more of the shade Morocco. Right on top of the blue, I'm going to take this beautiful NYX eyeshadow in the shade Mermaid Serene. It is gorgeous. The camera is not doing it justice. I'm packing it all over my eyelid using my MAC 242 brush. Again, a nice synthetic haired brush to kind of pack this on, and with that cream shadow under, it just lets it stick on and so much more vibrant, and it gives the eyes a nice duochrome effect. So I'm just going back and forth. And then to kind of blend out the edges, I'm taking my MAC 217 with some of the leftover Morocco shade, and I'm just kind of buffing out the crease so that the orange is still peeking through. To intensify the crease a little bit more, I'm going to take this warm brown. It's the shade Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek, and I'm placing this lightly in the crease just to give it some more dimension. Then I'm going to take the shade Expensive Pink by MAC. It's a gorgeous pink orangey gold shade. I'm packing this on the lid using the other side of my MAC 242 brush, and then I'm going to kind of just blend that out with my finger. I don't want it too intense, but I did want to give the eyes some more of like a duochrome effect. And then I'm going to take some more of that shade Morocco using my MAC 221 just to intensify that orange a little bit more. For the foundation, I'm using my favorite, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This was the best investment in a foundation that I've ever done.
Dude, hi, Popote. Ella. I just called her my niece's name. I always confuse my niece with my dog. That's completely normal. Okay, you messing up my foundation.
Alright, back to work. So then I'm filling in my brows using my Brow Bar to Go by Gerard Cosmetics. And I have a more in-depth video on this. Fill them in as you please. I'm just lightly shaping them. To highlight under the brow, I'm going in with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder and my MAC 224 brush. And I'm just kind of buffing this to highlight under the brow. And I'm also just taking some excess on the eyebrows to soften it up a little bit. To highlight, I'm going to take my NARS Radiant Cream Concealer, placing that in a triangular motion under my eyes. And then I'm going to take my NYX HD Concealer in this yellow shade to further highlight the skin. So I'm going to put that on my cheeks, down my nose, chin, and forehead. And I'm going to buff that out using my MAC short hair dual fiber brush. I love this brush for buffing out concealer. It's amazing. And then to set that under eye highlight, I'm using my Ulta Press Powder in the shade Banana. This powder, it's so pretty. It gives the skin a nice highlighted look. And I'm just packing that on with a powder puff on the areas that I would normally highlight. To set the rest of my skin though, I'm going to use my Naked Skin Powder Foundation in the shade, I believe it's Light Medium Warm. And I'm just kind of lightly dusting that on the outer perimeter. Then to contour, I'm taking my Benefit Hoola Bronzer with my Ita brush. And I'm just lightly chiseling out my cheekbones. And I'm also bringing this on my forehead, down my jawline. And I also contoured my nose, but I don't think I got that on camera. And then I'm just kind of softening up any of the contour using my Real Techniques powder brush. Then I'm going to go in with my BH Cosmetics Glamorous Blush Palette, and I'm taking this peachy pink shade. I'm dusting that on my cheeks using my Sigma F40 brush pretty heavily, because then I'm going to buff everything out using my Urban Decay powder foundation. And I'm just taking a light amount of powder and just buffing that in circular motions upwards. And you can see the difference in the airbrush finish that you get on one side versus the other. So now I'm just evening up the other. Again, buffing in circular motions upwards. It just gives the skin a more airbrushed effect. To highlight, I'm going to be mixing Becca Champagne Pop and Becca Opal, and I'm just dusting that with my fan brush on my cheeks pretty heavily. Lately I've been into a very glowy skin, which is not normal for me, but I've been loving it lately. Then I'm going to take that same Rimmel Scandal Eyes Blamed Blue eyeshadow crayon and I'm buffing that in my waterline and also bringing that along my lash line. I'm going to further kind of buff that out with a synthetic haired brush along the lower lash line, kind of smoking it out because I'm going to place some eyeshadows on top so it'll allow it to adhere better with that cream kind of further down. I'm going to take that same Mermaid Serene eyeshadow by NYX and I'm just stamping that with a short hair. This is one of the MAC flat top brushes. Any dense brush will do, and it just gives it a nice dual chrome effect. Then I'm going to take Expensive Pink and I'm going to place that kind of in the center of that lower lash line to again add some more dimension. And then I'm going to take Nylon with a pencil brush and I'm just going to really highlight that tear duct area, and I'm also going to put a light amount under my eyebrows. I'm going to take my MAC 217 with some more of that Orange Morocco shade and I'm just lightly dusting that kind of below the blue shades just to tie everything together. And then to do a wing, I'm going to use my NYC liquid liner. I seriously love this liquid liner and it's literally $1.50. Next, I'm going to prep my lashes for some falsies using my Lancome Oscillating Mascara. Honestly, with this mascara, you don't really need false lashes, but I wanted this look to be dramatic, so that's what I'm doing. Then I'm going to take my Salon Perfect Glam Lashes in 613. They're very wispy, so pretty, and then I just blend them in using the same mascara. For my lips, I'm going to outline using the Jordana lip liner in Coral, and I also kind of fill them in. Then I'm going to take my Rimmel lipstick in the shade, I will link it down below or I'll leave a note in here because I can't remember the shade, but it is a very warm coral shade. And then in the center, I'm taking another Rimmel lipstick in a nude shade, and again, I'll try to link it down below. And I'm going to take this salmon colored Estee Lauder lipstick lipstick, lip gloss, just to top everything. And this is a completed look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Give it a thumbs up if you did, share it, and I will see you next time. Bye!